I will share screen. Hi, everyone. I'll share my screen as soon as I am able in just another minute or two.
Okay. And all sentient beings take refuge in the noble example of Bhagavata deities, the embodiment of Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, until enlightenment is reached. And all sentient beings take refuge in the noble example of Bhagavata deities, the embodiment of Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha, until enlightenment is reached. Sanje chiso kenje nge, chomden de me la zo la, dadan kanya semje na, sanjo barde. May all sentient beings who have been our mothers, limitless as space, possess happiness and be free from suffering. Safely may I have them attain the automic state of Tara. May all sentient beings who have been our mothers, limitless as space, possess happiness and be free from suffering. Safely may I have them attain the automic state of Tara. Majun kanyam do de dai de dong arar darne nyor de pamai du maye kompan jolan gu barje. From the pure fire, emptiness manifests the vast protection mentioned. In its center blooms on a lotus flower, on which is moon dead seed. On this rests a brilliant white thumb syllable. Radiate light that benefits all sentient beings. The light returns and is absorbed into the syllable thumb. Instantly I become Tara of snow mountain, colors, smiling and have one face, two arms and a graceful beauty, clad in the skin robes and adorned with jewel ornaments. My right hand displayed the supreme attainment, bestowing Muda and the left hold the blue lotus. My legs are folded gracefully in the Vajra position, and behind me is a moon disk. From the three special places, the three syllables radiate light, inviting the many wisdom deity from all directions, who appear in the sky before me. I make offerings and giving praise. Go back to Tibetan. Sanjay Dombe Ngang Le Ne Song We Guru Gang Yang Be We Chi Ji Je Be Ke Sar We Ser Ser Jin Je Den Den De Tam Ye Ka Le On Je Ben Ro We Dong Ze La Ruan De Ke Je Rang Re Zhong Me Ge Gang Ren Do Jin Xuan Zong Den Xia Re Jie San Nian Zi Be Ge Dar Dan Ren Ne Do Xia Re Jin Sa Yin Chu Jin Yong E Par Xiam Nie Do Jie Se Zi Re Jie Jab Yor Dan De Ne Song Le Ye Song Won Je Rang Xin Jie 内内紧张求监督，哦阿呀达人。Radhe Zazo Om Ayatare Sapare Var Pading Rade Zazoa Om Ayadare Zabarewa Bebe Rade Zazoa Om Ayadare Zabareware Debam Rade Zazo Om Ayadare Zabareware Aloge Rade Zazo Om Ayatare Sabare Waren Gende Rade Zasoha Om Ayatare Sabare War Nevete Rade Zasoha Om Ayatare Sabare War Shabda Rade The crown of gods and the demigods pay homage to you, lotus feet. You who liberate from all unfavorable conditions, are praised and posted to Mother Tara. All the enlightened beings, Hong Pa Ho. All the enlightened beings dissolve inseparably into me again, from the seed syllable in my heart. Like radiates and invite the empowerment deities. La Dai Lam Tibetan. La Dai Lam En Ju Ben Je Shab Je Be Mo La Do Ne Pong Ba Ken Le Don Ze Ma Zhu Me Yong La San Ze Du Sa Hong Ba Ho Hong Zhe Sa Hong Ba Ho Nyi Me Den La Yang Tu Ge Sa Wong Le Hong Zhe Wang La Jin Zhang Om Sarva Tada Gat Abe Ken Gade Samaya Shere Ye Ho. The grant the empowerment and dissolve into me. One gorge da rang la de. In the heart chakra of myself as Tara, as well in the center of which is the white syllable Tam. The syllable of the mantra are reciting on the spoke of the chakra as recite the like radiates from the mantra, bringing the Buddha's blessings into me. I become the empowerment of all the Buddhas. Light then radiates to all sentient beings. All the negative emotions are purified, and they become white Tara. Ranye Lazara Duga Ren Kolo Zebden Dewai Re Tam Ye Garbo Sarves Nyimbe Gorwa Ye Gord Kowar Melang Hande Dam Dare Dere Mama Ayun Jan Pinya Beten Gere So Om Dare Dere Mama Ayun Jana Pinya Beten Gere So Om Dare Dere Mama Ayun Jana Pinya Beten Gere So Om Dare Dere Mama Ayun Jana Pinya Beten Gere Soha. So no, first I'm going to do this sadhana transmission, and then after I'm going to share the supplication to Tara. So now you can off Marilyn, off the screen, sure. Kinda Jepen Zamde Wonanga, Dalo, Kume, Jenze Pamarande, Indere, Jesen Droma Carmentale, Sawarando Ben, Edan Temper David, and the Kutin Tudor So, Shanlatam, Druba Putin, Devarando Jen, Dambo Chamron, Sanji, Chiso, Kenjang, Jumden, Malazola, Dadanganya Semjena, Sanjo Barda Jason, Jelin, Sonjo, Majanganyam, the Dead Dunga Kendane. You're the Pamadroma, Goma Yolango Barjelin, Son Sanjan Domangan, Son Gagayam Bebe, Jiji Begasarwe, Cesar Jinja, the Tamia Caleon Japan, Dovadon, Launde, Gajerane, Dumaga, Garando Jinshan, the Jarjan Ziberga, Tadarene, Tojarjan, Sayan Jujin, Aparcham Dorje, Javiortan Dene, some layers on the Ranjin, and Jinjang Chujen, Do Maya Daresa Paravara, Agam Brothers, Maya Daresa Paravara, Padan Brothers, Maya Daresa Paravara, Bibera, Maya Daresa Paravara, the Van Brothers, Maya Daresa Paravara, Allocated Maya Daresa Paravara, and Generators, Maya Daresa Paravara, Nevada, Maya Daresa Paravara. Shabda Radesaya So Dubane, Lada Lame Jibin, Mayola Sanzardo, Sahomba Onimi, then Lion took us on the one to one lodging on the Omasawata Zanga Abakenga de Samay, Shire, home one gorget around Latin, running lights on Tugara. Colos of the Devara, Danya Garbosavas, and Himbergua, Gordon Core Milan Hada, Ontari Tutare, Mama Ayanjana, Pina Putrinkere, so Hashida. Chupa Maya Sabara, Agam Raza Maya Sabara, Patin Raza Maya Sabara, Pipera Zazo Maya Sabara, Divan Raza Maya Sabara, Alogata Zazo Maya Sabara, and Gedera Zazo Maya Sabara, Nevera Zazo, Omaya Sabara, Shadara Zazo, Dubala Lami, Jajape Moladune, Pamakana Zema. Dema Yona San Zarato, Juju, the Bezamagan, the Yoda Yajin, Colon of John and Roachi Jamaleva, the Yazalango, you're touching Homojeta, whatever Paju, induction the Diva, the Pinjoni, Pesham, Lechin, the Doji, Yokova, Doji, Zimbabwe, Conjuntale, Zambo, Podam, Pemago, the Tig, and the Nona Sancho, Pamadrum, son the Chabdema, so supplication to Tara. Macheva Mebejeno Yonjela Modoma Yodesem Jegala de Ramadan Jibaka Jabda Zaranchi, Burma Jeba Samuel Wanda Jeba Yamanko Wacham Basim Yom Hamoju Jabda Zachin Jula Majiba Tani Sagajin on it and Tangan Belibala Yom Yadaka Lami Chapter of Tobarka Rangas at Tone Combar Maziba Zawang and Bayuala Yon Tembelami Chapters of Semrazon Yimi La Nizan Zimba Bajaja Jada Sejan Jimana Tony Major Lami Chapters of Yandaka Tona Nezeja Jimre Jetemre Mijiba Shizatona Mumbala Yon Quinjin Lami Chapters of Jedan and Gansini Jetam Jeta Yermi Jeta Don Lomba Kanzala Yonzo Sang Jeja Chapters or okay, so that's the transmission, the this Tara's sadhana, and also the supplication to Tara. So today we're going to chant the accumulate this supplication to Tara. Reason is we today and every Wednesday we practice this prayer Tara. Reasons for long life, Garchen Rinpoche. So we're going to create accumulation 100,000 times in this supplication to Tara. We send it to everywhere, many countries, so all the different countries, Sangha, join, participate, create accumulation with us together. Many people cannot join with us in the Zoom, but they can chant wherever they are. So they can chant their own language, different, which is easy for them, The main point is you have to understanding what you're doing. So that's the reason is your own language, means like you understanding clearly. This supplication Tara has a special, meanings like the Taras, this supplication, the meaning is very profound. So that's the reason you chant the own language, is you can connect with the Yedam deity. Very powerful prayer. So we chant this long life, Garchen Rinpoche, and at the same time also the many spiritual masters who benefit other sentient beings. So we chant that accumulation, focus long life guru, that helps also remove to our life obscuration. And this very special method create our accumulation merit. So you thinking about like, oh, I need to do this myself, benefit myself, then the practice prayer not much benefit yourself. So when you chant the prayer and the practice, thinking about my Ru Guru, long life, or then thinking about the benefit for others, that is become very powerful practice. So Buddhist, everything's interdependent. So that's the reason we do prayers effectively. That also benefited to the Guru. It's a life too. And the reason is we receive so many teachings from our spiritual teacher, Guru, Ru Guru, lots of different teachings, and especially the Mahamudra, like with instructions receiving. So we have to practice and follow that. If we don't follow, we don't practice, that also affected Guru's life too. So that's the reason we have to practice this, because we have to remove our broken samayas, fix our broken samayas. So if you meditate, you practice, then that is, perfect. Even you like not really focus like something chanting, accumulation, create, thinking about a long life with some guru, that's okay if you really practice Mahamudra. But we receiving teaching Mahamudra and this spit instructions, many empowerment from Guru, and we don't follow that, we don't practice, that's really affected in Guru's life. That's the reason, chant this long life supplication and fix our broken samaya, repairing our broken samaya, and then same time remove our obscurations, and then that's benefit of Guru's life, become effective, stay longer, and benefit more other beings. So this Tara, supplication Tara, is perfect for us to practice. The reason is we understanding easily meaning. And then also Tara is Garchen Rinpoche's Yadam deity and our Yadam deity too. We always practice Tara. So then this supplication Tara has very special blessing. The historically, like when Chopan Jiktin Sunggo is enlightened. So that time he purify all his obscurations. Then Tara is appeared to him. So his supplication to the Tara, this is naturally arise from his heart. It's mind. It's not something writing. So he has vision Tara, then that time his supplication to Tara, face to face, directly face to supplication to Tara. So that's the reason this has more blessing, powerful. And then same also, when you read this, is you can connect with the Yadam deity, you can connect with the Guru too. And we practice like think about the Mahamudra. If you practice the Mahamudra, when you chant this supplication Tara, you have the 5-part Mahamudra in there. So first we need good intention, right? So good intention. Today we have good intention. That's why everyone come here. Everyone wanted to long life, Guru. And so that is a good intention. Then you chant these prayers. supplication to Tara, that is a practice Yadam deity. And then Yadam deity and Guru is inseparable. So same essence, same nature. We recognize that we have to meditate that when we chant this prayer. Then also we have to look to our own mind, have to look to our own nature, because when you chant these prayers, it's all is Mahamudra. So when you are really focused in the meaning, you are into your nature. And that three is the essence of five-part Mahamudra, mean practice, Yadam deity, Guru Yoga, Mahamudra. After we're going to do dedication. So all this five-part Mahamudra is I want to share with you this meaning a little bit. We don't have much time, so you know if we go to details, this takes a long time, days and days. If we go to more detail, we don't have to time to the chant prayers. So that's the reason I wanted to share very short way, just when you chant this thing about. The 7 verses supplication to Tara, this prayer has 7 verses. That's all supplication to Tara. Sometimes we call 7 Taras. Sometimes we say 7 verses Tara, but it's either way is correct. So the main point is the Tara is 1. So 7 different ways supplication to the Tara. So then first, this verses is in the realm of the unborn mother, the Dharmadata, advise the reverent mother, the deity Tara. She bestows happiness on all sentient beings. A supplicate mother Tara of Dharmadata to protect us from all fears. So when you chant this prayer, you can. My internet okay? 1 minute is some. I can see the. Okay, so totally okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. So when you chant this prayer, you can connect with like outer level, inner level through the Tara. So in the realm of unborn mother, the Dharma Dhatu means like when you prayer, this when you chant that in the realm of the unborn mother, means like actually all is emptiness. Nothing is exist. So you have to look to your own mind nature. Your mind nature is unborn. So that is the actually Mother Tara. That is the Tara. You recognize your mind is not born, no exist. You see your nature. So that is the absolute truth, the Tara. So that time you don't have any thoughts because you free from dualistic, looking into your nature. Then that is called Dharma Dharta. Dharma Dharta means no dualistic thoughts. No dualistic is Dhamma. Into your nature, that is absolute truth, Tara. Okay? So then Abaz, the reverend mother, the deity Tara means then in the absolute truth, in the Dhamma that the absolute Tara is there. Which is absolute truth Tara? Your mind, nature is absolute truth Tara. So Abaz means like you always have the Buddha nature, the Buddha, the Tara is always be with you. Abaz, the reverend mother, the Tara is always with you, that deity Tara. She bestows happiness in all sentient beings. So you think about when this is our explain like inner level, inner level way. She bestow happiness means like you really into your nature. So then all the absolute truth, happiness arise. So then that's all sentient beings has that. All sentient beings has that if we wanted to have ultimate truth, happiness, absolute happiness is you recognize your nature is a Buddha, then arise absolute truth, happiness. Then as supplicate Mother Tara of Dharma that to protect us from all fears. At that time, then you're free from all the fears. Fear is no exist because you look to to the nature, your mind nature. Then fear is no exist because self is no exist. Long as self is no exist, then fear is no possible. Where is the fear is come from? All the fear is come from the selfish. So you are really into your nature, self is no exist, then the nature is Mother Tara, and that time you are free from fears. So that means like you recognize yourself is Buddha, yourself is Tara. So that is the highest level protection. And that way we have to chant is like prayer is the you really inner level practice. Then outer level practice. So the realm of the unborn mother, the Dharma that means like we think, Tara is somewhere in the Buddha field. Okay? So then in the Buddha field, purely Tara is there. Abides the Reverend Mother, deity Tara is there. That Tara, she bestow happiness in all sentient beings, like she benefit other beings. That's the reason I want a supplication to Tara. With supplication to Tara, please help me remove my fears. So that time you visualize Tara in the front of you, then you strongly supplication to Tara, help me. And that is an auto level practice. Either way you can meditation, use this either way. Auto level or inner level. Auto level is for more beginners, inner level is more practitioners. And you chant these prayers powerful, like in the realm of unborn mother, the deity Tara means like you really into your nature, recognize your minds no exist. You are not born, and you see your nature, and then that time you recognize we are Buddha. So that's the reason abide the Reverend Mother, the deity Tara. We recognize we are Buddha, and then long as you recognize we are Buddha, that is automatic absolute truth, happiness. And then that time we free from all the fears. So that is the absolute truth way of thinking. Supplication to Tara. Then no realizing itself is Dharmakaya. The minds of sentient beings are empowered by negative emotions. The beings wandering in samsara are my mothers. I supplicate Mother Tara deity, great compassion, please protect us. So when you chant these prayers, also outer level, inner level, which is either ways you can practice. And no realizing oneself is Dharmakaya means like you really look into your mind, you seeing your nature mind. Oh, I didn't see this nature. I'm beginning last time until no. No, I recognize my nature. So I'm going to explain first inner level. Realize oneself is Dharmakaya. Not realizing means, oh, I didn't recognize means then you really log into your nature. So far, I didn't recognize the nature. My mind is always follow the deluded. So now you just stop the delusion and log into your nature. When you chant the prayer, then you see that you have a Dharmakaya. So the minds of sentient beings are overpowered by negative emotions. When you chant that, so you recognize how this negative is powerful. I'm beginning last time until no, the negative control us. We didn't have a choice because the emotions control us. So then you also see all these beings negatively controlled. So these beings wandering in samsara are my mothers. So then you recognize, all these sentient beings has this dharmakaya nature. The reason is the negativity. Due to the negativity, they don't recognize. That's why they all beings suffering in samsara. You really recognize sentient beings suffering. Comes very strong compassion arise from our mind and heart. Really into you arise compassion. So you can connect with other sentient beings when you chant this one. The minds of sentient beings are overpowered by negative emotions. So these beings wandering in samsara are my mothers. So then recognize all these beings used to my mothers. But due to emotions, suffering samsara, endless suffering in samsara, recognize that you come to strong compassion to these other beings. Then I supplicate Mother Tara deity, great compassion, please protect us. So then we supplication to Tara, you have a compassion, please help us, all these beings. So that outer level where we supplication to Tara, inner level, so you recognize your mind is Buddha, and the long beginningless time until now we didn't recognize reason is emotion. So now you say, I have this nature, recognize. Then you also recognize all other beings have the same nature, but problems other beings don't recognize because emotion. So strong, very strong compassion arises your mind. That is the absolute truth, Tara. Tara is become compassion. So then, if the meaning of Dharma is not born one's heart, one just follow the words of conventional meaning. We are deceived by delusory philosophical views and dharmas. I supplicate Mother Tara of perfect wisdom, please protect us. So if the meaning of Dharma is not born in one's heart, we also look to your mind. Recognize our mind is influenced by emotions, not influenced by love, compassion, bodhicitta, wisdom. So then you see, my mind is, or is influenced by emotions. One just follow as the word, then conventional meaning. So actually, Dharma is not born in one's heart, or I didn't have Dharma is into my mind, because the reason we recognize this Dharma, compassion is not there, wisdom is not there. So then you see yourself, Dharma is not born in my heart. So what problem is one just follow the words of a conventional meaning. We always follow the words, conventional meanings. We are deceived by delusory philosophical views and the dharmas. Then we follow the words, not follow the meaning, and also wrong view. We follow the wrong view, and also attached to our own religion, hatred to the others become. That's also a problem. So that's the reason we are deceived by delusory philosophical view and the dharmas. I supplicate Mother Tara or perfect wisdom, please protect us. So we supplication to Tara. Tara has wisdom. So we don't have wisdom, that problem, that reason, we didn't recognize what we're doing. We did so much, wrong and incorrect. We didn't do good because the reason is Dharma is not born in our heart and mind. Dharma is not arise in our mind. We always follow by the words, follow by outer level things. So then you chant that, you really recognize what you have, quality, And then also with supplication to other beings too. Supplicate Mother Tara of perfect wisdom, please protect us. It is difficult to understand our own mind is Buddha's mind. Seeing natural mind but not familiarized with it through practice. We are lost in unwholesome worldly activity. Our supplicate Mother Tara of perfect mindfulness, please protect us. So we recognize it is difficult to understand our mind is Buddha's mind. It's so hard to recognize that. How to recognize? You really need to look into nature. But this has lots of information I have to share, but we don't have time. Anyway, so it is difficult to understand, very hard to understand. Our mind is Buddha's mind. That's the reason. Then we are follow the wrong directions. When you chant this, you know it's difficult to understand. Our own mind is Buddha's mind. You have to look to your mind. That time also you can release all the thoughts. So each word bring your mind is awareness, mindful into the nature. When you chant this each word, you focus. You chant this one like my mind is Buddha's mind, or no delusion mind, right? So no conceptual is Buddha's mind. Then what is Buddha's mind? No thoughts, no dualistic. So Buddha's mind means free from conceptual thoughts, free from dualistic thoughts. So it's no draw and in look to your nature. So then that is Buddha's mind. So you understand, oh, I have that into your natural mind. Seeing natural mind, then you recognize your mind, but not familiarizing with it through practice. So many people has this problem. You have teaching with Mahamudra, you seeing your natural mind, we introduce your natural mind, but you recognize you have a Buddha nature, but we don't practice. That's why it's a seeing natural mind, but not familiarizing with it through practice. We have to practice. We recognize we have a Buddha nature, then we have to practice. We have to meditate. We are lost in unwholesome worldly activities. We are always followed by worldly activities. So see, this everyone guide you one by one, giving you like we recognize, oh, whatever I'm doing is like whole my life is become unwholesome worldly activities. My whole life is not meaningful. All is doing is create causes of suffering. So when you chant that, you recognize our problem, what we're doing. That's the reason I supplicate Mother Tara of perfect mindful. Then we need mindful. So mindful, when is mindful arise, that is a Tara. So with supplication to mindful. Supplicate Tara perfect mindfulness, please protect us. So long as you have mindful, then you already protect. If you don't have a mindful, you are not protect. Because your mind is follow the emotions. Then thousand Buddhas cannot protect. Who can protect you? Your mindfulness can protect you. Your compassion can protect you. Your wisdom can protect you. You're free from fears, they can protect you. You know, they protect you. That's why each one has the protection means like supplication, Tara, this is the protection. The absolute nature of mind is self-arising, no Buddha wisdom. Yet because of habitual grasping it, no matter what we do, as supplicate Mother Tara of no door wisdom, please protect us. The absolute true nature of mind is self-arising. Means mind is not born. Already we talked I'm born. That's why its mind is self-arising. Self-arising is not born. Born is dependent, conditions. The mind nature is unconditioned. So that's the reason it's called self-arising, always there, not dependent. Mind nature is not dependent. Self-arising, non-dual Buddha wisdom, non-dualistic. That is self-arising. Then, see, when you chant that, you recognize your mind is self-arising, means not, your mind is dependent object at that time, not self-arising. Your mind is deluded. So self-arising means no draw. Is really you have to log into your nature. Then you feel it's self-arising, recognize. You can get own experience. That time is then we are absolute truth, Tara. So Tara is not somewhere else. Tara is within our own mind. Because self-arising mind is the Buddha. That is non-dual Buddha wisdom. Yet, because of habitual grasping to dualistic conception, we don't recognize that. The reason is because of habitual grasping to dualistic conception. Dualistic means mind, subject, and object. So 24 hours, you have a mind, subject, and object. You never stay in the nature even 1 second. If you don't meditate, Mahamudra. If you meditate, Mahamudra, then maybe you sometimes be into the nature, deluded. So that's the reason, and we are bound by it, no matter what we do. Anyway, see, this so strong habitual grasping, dualistic conception, that's bound us. We are bound by it. No matter what you do, always dualistic thoughts, conceptual, and follow the, it's a dualistic grasping. Grasping, dualistic thoughts. So that is non-dual. When you are staying into the nature, that time, that is absolute truth, Tara, that is the protection. Supplicate Mother Tara, non-dual wisdom, please protect us. Although we abide in the perfect meaning of absolute truth, we do not understand the interdependence of cause and effect, the relative level. We are ignoring about the true reality of phenomena. Supplicate Mother Tara of true, omniscient, please protect us. So we, although abide in the perfect meaning of absolute truth, we always, actually our mind is nature, is Buddha. Mind is always Buddha. The mind self is nature, is always Buddha, no deluded. But we don't recognize that. And the absolute truth, Tara, is always there. We don't recognize that. We don't recognize absolute truth. So then what happened, what problem is we do not understand the interdependence of cause and effect on the relative level. We Actually, all sentient beings Buddha, absolutely all sentient beings Buddha, but have to follow the relative truth, cause and effect. We don't recognize relative truth, cause and effect. Then doesn't matter absolute truly we are Buddha or not. It's nothing going to change you. You don't recognize. The main point is. So even we are absolute truly Buddha, but if you don't recognize that and you follow by the emotion, then and you don't follow the cause and the effect, so that means like even you are Buddha doesn't can protect to you. That cannot protect you. So that's the reason we have to follow by the cause and the effect level, relative truth level. We are ignorant about the true reality of phenomena. We don't recognize the true truth, absolute truth and the relative truth. As supplicate Mother Tara of true truths, omniscient, please protect us. So we supplication to Tara and ask Tara, please protect me, protect all other beings. Supplication Tara, help me to recognize cause and effect. Cause and effect. I don't understand cause and effect. Please help me recognize cause and effect. Supplication to Tara. Like the nature of spaces, which is beyond all conceptual limits. The reality of all conjunction phenomena is not different from that. But there are disciples on the path who do not realize it. As supplicate Mother Tara of perfect enlightenment of the three kayas, please protect us. So our mind nature is the same as a space, it's empty, which is beyond all conceptual limits, no exist. The reality of all condition phenomena is not different from that. So actually, same is like our mind nature is all these condition things, everything is emptiness. Nothing is really exist permanently, inherently. Same is our mind nature. So all this object also not exist. Same is the subject. But there are disciples on the path who do not realize it. We don't recognize that. So that's the reason as we supplicate Mother Tara of perfect enlightenment of the three kayas, please protect us. So this is like say enlightenment is three kayas, Buddha, Dharma kaya, Sambhona kaya, Nirmana kaya. We supplication to enlighten Buddha, Dharma kaya, Sambhona kaya, Nirmana kaya. The reason is we don't recognize absolute true Dharma kaya. So absolute true Dharma kaya is the same as a space. That means actually we are just look into your mind nature. Mind nature is not inherently exist. You can recognize not exist there when you really your mindful awareness looking into your nature. You recognize yourself. Nothing is exist. So same is a space. That is called Dharmakaya. That is the Buddha nature. But then that is always there. It's clear, empty, is inseparably within our mind. So always present. That is unconditional. It's so free from all the dualistic thoughts. You recognize that, then that is the enlightening quality. So causes of three kayas. So our mind nature has three kayas. Your mind empty is Dharma kaya. Your mind clarity is Sambhona kaya. Clarity and emptiness inseparable is called Nirmana kaya. So the Tirikaya means all is within our own mind, not separate from somewhere else. So that's the reason is a supplication to Tirikayas means like really, absolutely, it's our natural mind. Okay, so when you chant these prayers, just I explain very short way, cannot explain like more details. It's short way, it's not really can explain perfectly because the meaning is so profound. Not easy to, like short term to share with you this meaning. So that's why mostly, so we share this teaching is like 2 months something, right? In the last time in the May. So it takes 2 months something, like I share this all detail, follow the commentary. So it's not easy to just like use root text and give you all the information. It's very hard to giving because reason is if we don't follow the more details, it's this each word is very similar, or it's look into the nature, but different ways, you know. So if you go more detail, then you understand more deeper way. This different verses has different aspects, whereas supplication to Tara, and also you really recognize our problem, you recognize our own natural mind, and then you really recognize the relative truth protection and absolute truth protection. So this supplication Tara is a protection prayer. People ask me, like example, request prayer something. So I always chant the supplication Tara. That feels good, I think I can help for some others, like if you use these prayers. So then when we chant this prayer, and so you visualize the Tara in front, then the Tara, form body is a Tara, the essence is Ru Guru. So when we chant this prayer, is for the long life Garchen Rinpoche, essence is Garchen Rinpoche, and form is a Tara's form. Then you think that visualize, and then log to see, connect these prayers, connect with us, and log to your mind nature. Your mind nature is empty. Arising. So that is actually absolute Tara. So then that helps you, Yadam deity, Guru, our natural mind is become inseparable, recognize inseparable. Same essence, inseparable. So that is the highest level practice. If we follow that way, then you have Yadam, you have a Guru, you have a Mahamudra in there, all practice together. So that way we have to chant this prayer, okay? Do you have any questions before we accumulate chanting? So tonight is like I already shared some short information teaching and the transmissions. So we don't have much time to create accumulation. So you can do yourself mostly, okay? Come back next week again, we're gathering together, and then whole week you create yourself, chant these prayers, and come back, every Wednesday evening we're gathering together. So the Sangha, like we chant this way, collecting together, is all Mary is together, power of Sangha, power of Sangha. So then power of Dharma, with this supplication is Yadam deity practice, Guru Yoga practice, Mahamudra practice. That's the reason this is the power of Dharma is there. Then power of intention. So we have good intention to do that. So this all three comes, then benefit us, benefit others, and also increasing long life spiritual teacher. Okay, so no, I think no one has the questions. We're going to chant the
Actually, Kempo, I had a question about thank you for the teachings. How do you recommend chanting it in English? Is there a rhythm or a melody or a way to chant that you recommend?
So I think which is good for you, like which is give you connection to the Tara and the Guru, then chant that one that way. Yeah. So I think English is good for you because you recognize each word's meaning. Then you can chant this mentally, mentally and meditate together, chant meditate way. That's also possible. So, yeah, I share many times before, like I use these prayers all the time. It's like mostly I do the mentally. So mentally it's become more connection. So sometimes if we chant the Machewa, maybe mine is but not there, It's mine can be connected, but it can be go away. Right? So then I chant like Machewa, maybe it's like Tibetan words, but it's mentally, and it's my clearly means like just mind is connected with the prayers, understanding meaning, and then these words can give me the, awareness, mind for log into the nature. So that's also can count too. So you can do chant many times, and also some prayers like maybe first and the last, in the middle of one is just chant slowly and connect with the mentally, and then rest is like you can just chant the usually what we chant like that way, So that also helps. If you do 100 times, at least like 3, 4, something like that, mentally using, is great. So this prayer is, we create chanting this couple months together until December first week, something I think. So actually the prayer, this one is like you can use whole your life. This prayer can change your life. These prayers can transform your life. We need something protection, something easy to use. So this prayer is the perfect. It's not too long, and meaning is very profound. So even you cannot do a lot other, yadam deity practice, but use these sadhanas. And then yadam deity's practice is in here, Guru Yoga is in here, Mahamudra is in here. So long as you really connect with this prayer chants, then you always have a protection. You always have something support for yourself. So think about when you get fears, what are you going to do? Recognize you have fear, then chant this prayer mentally. Your fear is despair. This prayer is very powerful, and your fear is removed right away there. No same is like you watch the TV and listening to music. Sometimes you have like fear is something going on. People try to watch TV and listening music, try to distracting something different. But that problem is never go away, come back again, become more strong, and the strong problem is just you forget short moment due to the ignorance, distractions. So this prayer, the emotions, problem, or is taken into the part. So then when you have fears, it's great because you can use these prayers. Without fears, you don't remember. When your fear arises, use this. Fear is taken in the part. When you have emotions, use these prayers. Your emotions are taken in the part. So, whatever any like kind of problem, difficulty you have, use these prayers. All your obstacle is taken on the path. Then obstacles become all is useful. Your fear is useful, your emotion is useful, your obstacle is useful, your problems become useful. You can take everything is on the path. Okay? So my recommend is you memorize this English. It's because then you really can use this everywhere, anytime. I have this Tibetans memorized very easy, like when next time example, just middle of the night, wake up, sometimes have fears because due to self, fears. If you look through the fear and then you think about you cannot sleep again, go to fears, then follow the emotion and the emotion. So it's hard, right? So when you night of sometimes it's like wake up, you have fears, you recognize you have fears. Chant this one in the Ambong Dharma Dad. So where is fears? Fear is not exist because you log into your nature. That way you can release your fears. You can release emotions. You can release your all obstacles. So chant these prayers, then you maintain. You have fears, nighttime waking up, you don't want to wake up, you don't want to have that, then you always wake up again and again. You have always fear is strong and strong. So then you are suffering, whole life is suffering. Same thing is daytime too. Daytime, also we have fears, we have emotions, we have thoughts, obstacles. So use these prayers, or is you can take into the path is this is your protection. And then you can chant that prayers for others too. So any people has problems, difficulties, you feel compassion to them, then you use this prayer, chant for them, Some people you cannot really go to help them, just chant that praying for them. Then that is the perfect Dharma practitioners have to do that way. So, some situations you cannot jump into there. It's create more problems. You maybe make more fears for other people, maybe make more difficult for others. So you see some people has problems, you just chant this praying for them. And then if they really need to help, you can physically can help. But most situation you cannot jump to physically to help because some is a law, no allowed to you do that. Some is the people who has difficulty problems, they don't like to, just someone don't knows coming to them, is that you give you more fears for them. So maybe more create problems for them. That's the reason if you recognize someone has problems, chant that prayer. And long as you have memorized this, it's change your life anyway, these prayers. It's protect your whole life, and you can protect for others. And then we chant that prayer for our guru, to protect our guru and the spiritual teachers, your friends. So bring anyone you wanted to help when you with accumulation during this time prayer, this time, okay? Okay, so now we're going to chant the first 2-3 times Tibetan, and then we're going to chant ourselves. You know, independently. You can follow Tibetans or English, whatever you want. Just chant. We can do the unmute too. You know, unmute. You can chant English, Tibetan, whatever you want. It's sometimes very great. So the Kanjo text, Tibetan, like Buddha's whole text is we chanting in the monastery, everyone chanting, not together. So like that way we can accumulation, create merit, because then you have a choice. You wanted to chant English, you want to chant Tibetan, or you want to chant slow, or you wanted to chant fast. So whatever you wanted to do, you have a choice, and you count yourself. We're not going to count like how much doing these prayers. Then after you can count anytime. So then send it to email to the Digong Dharma Sayang Gardoma and the Canada Garchen Meditation Centers. We're going to collections after 2 months. 2 months or after 1 month, I think. Something like that, okay? So first we chant the Tibetan together. Ma che wa me be chi ye na yom je sen la mo do ma yo te sem chen ken la de der ma da ji ba ken le jap de so rang chi ge yin par ma ship sem nyo mong wang de jir ba ye man ko wan cham be sem chen la yom la mo chu je jap de so chi nye ni ju la ma jip他捏这个人让呢，正他那边里巴拉永远的个拉米加的索多巴尔高瓦让个，同呢公巴尔梅子巴尔萨瓦那边因瓦拉永真边拉米加的索sem让松你们一些。你生真白把家己接达了塞将金巴南头你们接拉米加的手儿养大个东拉那在今着接等着没些白些子东拉蒙巴拉用金钱接拉米加的这张南根青年金他们接得当耶米将大东罗梅干啥用走上节节加的手。So I think no, we can do the independent chanting. So everyone like independent. Freedom is most important, right? So now you can unmute, chant, which is you like English, Tibetan, yourself. Okay.
In the one of the unborn
And Lord Mother, the Dharmadhatu abides the Reverend Mother, the deity Tara. She bestows happiness on all sentient beings. I supplicate Mother Tara of Dharmadhatu to protect us from all fears. Realizing oneself as Dharmakaya, minds of sentient beings are overpowered by negative emotions. These beings want to bring us samsara. My mother, supplicate Mother Tara, deity of great compassion, please protect us. Meaning of Dharma is not born in one's heart. One just follows the words of convention.
Views and dogmas. I supplicate Mother
Realizing
Views and dogmas. I supplicate Mother
Do not
Tara,
understand
words of
negative emotions, effect on the relative,
understand her own
or
mind as good
ignorant
as
about
mine.
the true
Seeing
reality.
nature mind and not terrorizing with its practice. Realize unwholesome worldly activities.
Those who are deceived by their own philosophical
Which are the two
Bless,
truths.
please protect us.
Omniscient, please protect
It's difficult to realize
Teacher
one's
of
own
mind is
mind,
self-arisen,
self-realized
love, noble, true wisdom.
reality of
Habitual grasping the dualistic conception,
that
bound
there
by it
is
no matter
those
what
on
we
the
do.
path who now
Supplicate
realize
Mother
it.
Tara of natural
Supplicate
wisdom to
for
protect
all
us.
the
We abide in
great faith.
Greek meaning of absolute truth. We do not understand the interdependence cause and effect on the relative level, ignorant about the true reality of phenomena. I supplicate Mother Tara of
In
the
the
Order of
realm
John
of beyond
Visions,
one
They
knowledge,
understand the
Dharma
essence of the reality, but they
for
do
a
not
space which is
understand
beyond
abides
all
forever
conceptual limits, the reality of all
Tara,
conditioned
Rinpoche,
phenomena is no different than
all beings, except
there are disciples on the path who do not realize it. I supplicate Mother Tara,
realizing
perfect
oneself
embodiment of the
is
three
Dharma
kayas, please
Dhamma,
protect
center
us.
of the empowered universe. Being
In the
one,
home of the unborn mother,
mother,
the
the
Dharma
sun,
Dhatu
Mother
abides the
Tara,
Reverend Mother
being
Vidyatara. She bestows happiness on all sentient beings. I
Dharma
supplicate
is not
Mother
born in
Tara of
one's
Dharma Dhatu to
heart. When
protect
to
us from all
swallow the word
fears. I
provincial
realize
meaning,
anyone
deep
self as
vibrations
Dharmakaya, the
bring
minds of sentient beings are
about.
overpowered by
I
negative
supplicate
emotions.
Mother Tara, perfect
Beings wandering in samsara are my mothers. I
difficult
supplicate Mother
differences
Tara,
within
deity of
their
great
own
compassion,
beings.
please protect us.
The nature mind, not
To have more
familiarizing
than
with
one's heart,
technical
one just
spirit
follows the
laws
Purity,
word
you
to
protect us from all
dimensional
kinds of
meaning.
I supplicate Mother Tara,
Deceived by delusory
mindfulness,
philosophical views and
I
dogmas, I
realize that
supplicate
myself
Mother
as
Tara
Dharma,
of perfect wisdom,
the
please
minds of
protect us.
sentient beings are
We
possessed
all
by
understand our
negative
own mind is
grasping
mind, seeing nature mind, but not familiarizing it with
For my
the
mothers, oh
sweet or
blessed mother,
lost and unwholesome
protect
worldly
our
supplicate Mother
mothers, the
Tara,
teachers,
mindfulness,
and
I supplicate Mother Tara of perfect
as
mindfulness,
we
please
abide in
protect us.
the
As to the
vast
nature of mind, the
spirit
self-arisen, non-dual Buddha wisdom, because of habitual grasping of
and
dualistic nature, we are
impossible
bound by it no matter what we do.
difficult to realize as
about
one's own,
the
Supplicate
but
Mother
some
Tara,
mothers that do not practice
non-dual
protect us
wisdom,
from
please
the
protect us.
blessed
Although we abide in the perfect
negativity
meaning of
of their
absolute truth, we do
the
not
nature
understand the interdependence of
the
cause and effect on the
unconditional
relative
the unconditional
we're ignorant about the true reality of
goodness
phenomena.
of their disciple.
Supplicate Mother Tara of two truth omniscience,
I
please protect
no
us.
supplicate
matter what one does, oh
The
blessed
nature
mother
of
of
space,
love,
which is
wisdom,
beyond
I
all
protect
conceptual limits, the reality of all conditioned phenomena is no different than
sense
our disciples on the
reality.
path who do not
We do
realize
not
it.
understand the
Supplicate
truth of
Mother
the
Tara
Dharma
of
meanings of
perfect
the
enlightenment of
Dharma
please protect us.
those who are deluded to the
by
reality of
In the realm of
phenomena.
the unborn mother,
Wisdom, please protect us. Difficult to
the
understand.
deity Tara, he bestows happiness on all sentient beings. I supplicate Mother
Reality
Tara
of
of
all
multitude
conditioned
of
lives
phenomena is not different
spirit,
self-harm
than that which is
realizing
something
oneself
realized
as
every
good.
minds of
blessed
sentient
mother,
Minds of
self
sentient beings are
protection.
overpowered by negative
on the path.
emotions.
Mother, my
Beings
mothers,
wandering in samsara are my mothers. I supplicate Mother Tara of
From the unborn
great
Dharmata to
compassion,
Dharma
please
others,
is
blessed
not
protect us. If
mother,
the meaning of Dharma is not born in one's heart, one
from
just
the
follows the
unborn
words of
Dharmata
conventional meaning.
about
We're deceived by
Mother
delusory
Tara,
philosophical views and
accept
dogmas. I supplicate Mother
those
Tara
it
of
is
perfect
difficult
wisdom, please
to
protect
understand
us.
our
It's difficult to
being
understand
my nature mind, but not
the
familiarizing
spirit
those
is
who are
mind,
self-Dharma
seeing
protect
nature mind, but not familiarizing with
with
it.
self-hatred.
Since we are lost in unwholesome worldly activities, I supplicate Mother Tara of perfect mindfulness.
Because of
The nature
spiritual
of mind is
grasping,
self-arisen, non-dual Buddha wisdom.
by
Yet because of habitual grasping at
all of the
dualistic
light going
conception,
upwards on,
be it no matter what we do,
though we
supplicate
abide
Mother
in
Tara of non-dual
accumulation,
wisdom, please protect
abstract,
us. Though we abide in the perfect meaning of absolute truth,
understanding
we do
with
not understand the
that
interdependence of cause and
are
effect on the relative.
ignorant
Ignorant
about
about the
lost in
true
all
reality.
reality
some
of
of the
phenomena, I
activities
supplicate
of
Mother Tara
wonder.
of
Are
true truth, omniscience, please protect us.
like
The
Realities of
space which is beyond
and
all
all
conceptual limits,
reality
body
of
of
all
conditions, conditioned
into
phenomena
dualistic
is no different
conception one is
than
bound by, and no matter what one does, the blessed
disciples on the
came
path
with
who do not
protect
realize it. Supplicate Mother Tara of
us.
perfect enlightenment of the three kayas, please protect us.
Reality
Dharma, unborn mother,
Realm of the born mother, the Dharma
that
Dhatu, the Reverend Mother, who bestows happiness on all sentient beings, I
all
supplicate
the
sentient
Mother Tara
beings,
nature of
of
space
perfect
is beyond all
all creatures
conception.
are realizing oneself to be perfect. Sentient
are
beings are
realizing
overpowered by
oneself
negative
is
emotions.
consistent
Beings wandering in samsara are
powered
my
by
mothers. I
negative
supplicate Mother Tara,
spirit
deity of great
laws.
compassion, please protect us.
Supplicate Mother
Meaning of Dharma is not born in one's heart. One just follows the words with conventional meaning.
Dharma is not
We're
born in
deceived by
heart,
delusory philosophical views and dogmas.
meaning deep
Supplicate Mother Tara of
vibrations
perfect wisdom, please protect us. It is
about.
difficult to
Supplicate
understand our own mind is
Mother
mind, seeing nature, and I will not familiarize my
And
mind with
yon
new
mo wan
practice.
du gye pa
The law
yi
is
na
stand not
for
most of
work and
worldly
fish and
activities.
can na
I
yu na
supplicate
mo
Mother
kyo
Tara,
ching
perfect
cha.
mindfulness of
Being ignorant about the true reality of
nature of
Go
mind,
pa ni
supplicate Mother
chi
Tara,
helper
dang
risen
gu.
non-dual Buddha wisdom,
Go pa nan te lo
habitual
pa
grasping
la
at
la
dualistic
yo mi
conception.
da
The
chi
absolute
no
nature
We
of
are
mind
bound
is
by
self
it no
is
matter what
not
we do.
whole,
Supplicate
all the
Mother
different
Tara,
her
full wisdom to
disciples
expressed
protect us.
I
Mind remaining of absolute truth, not an understander of the interdependence of cause and effect.
simplified
Supplicate
failure
Mother Tara,
happiness on all sexual
protect nature of
to
space which is beyond all conceptual
Supplicate Mother
limits.
Tara,
Reality of all
Mother
conditioned phenomena has
Tara
no
to
difference.
realizing
Cycles
oneself
on
as
the path we
Dharmakaya,
do not
space
minds of
realize.
sentient
beyond all
Supplicate
conceptual
Mother
limits.
Tara, perfect
Reality
enlightenment
of
of the
all
these
three
beings
conceptual
wander
capacities protect us.
Supplicate Mother Tara
limits.
deity,
Realize
meaning of Dharma is
highest
being by her mystery, Supplicate Mother Tara, perfect wisdom, it is difficult to understand our own minds and nature of Supplicate Mother Tara, perfect so the nature of mind is self-arisen,
not realized oneself.
grasping to
Mind
we are
is
bound
said
by it.
thereof
We are deceived by it.
Tara, wisdom, please protect us.
thereof.
Supplicate
Perfect
Mother
meaning of
Tara,
absolute truth,
Very
and understand the interdependence of cause and
general is
The meaning of
mind,
Dharma is not
we are
habitual
born in
ignorant
one's
about the
heart.
true
attitude
reality
It
of
follows the words of
Dharma is not
Buddha.
born
Mother
in one's heart.
Tara.
It just follows the words
Supplicate Mother
All
Tara,
wisdom,
received
peace,
by
beyond all conceptual
cognitive
limits.
Realize our own mind,
mind. The perfect
not
the nature of
realize
mind
our
is
protective,
self-arisen,
the
non-dual
loss of
wisdom.
consciousness of
difficult
Supplicate Mother
Wisdom
Tara,
awareness.
dependent
happiness
from
on all
grasping the dualistic conception, bound
mind
it no
without
matter what we do.
Lord Mother Tara, that teacher
Habitual
wise
grasping at
forever.
dualistic conception,
Peace those happiness on all
Mother
sexual
Tara,
Supplicate Mother Tara,
dispel the weak light of the perfect meaning of absolute truth,
realizing oneself as Dharmakaya,
the relative level
empowered by
of
it.
relative phenomenon
Beings wandering
concept of Mother Tara, sufficient
Supplicate
space,
Mother Tara deity, great compassion.
nature of space which is beyond all
Meaning of
conceptual
Dharma
limits,
is
the
not
reality of
knowing
all
one's own.
conditioned phenomena is no different than that.
influence.
On the paths we do not realize it.
Use and don't.
Supplicate Mother Tara,
Supplicate Mother Tara, perfect wisdom.
great guidance, please.
It is difficult to understand our own minds. Being nature of so the world ought to. Supplicate Mother Tara,
Happiness and all
Realizing
sentient
oneself is
beings. Supplicate Mother
Dharmakaya.
Tara,
the nature of
non-renunciative
mind is
protector.
self-arisen,
Realization of all
because
Dharmakaya.
habitual grasping to
Since
dualistic
beings are overpowered by
bound by
negative
ignorance.
emotion, our own minders. Supplicate
We
Mother
abide in
Tara,
the perfect meaning
be
of
of great
absolute truth.
compassion, please protect us. If the meaning of Dharma is not born in one's heart, one just follows the words.
We are ignorant about the true reality of
Is
phenomena.
viewed by
Supplicate Mother
philosophical
Tara,
view.
Reverend Mother, the deity Tara, she
nature of space which is beyond all
To
conceptual.
understand our own
Reality
mind
of
is
all
Buddhism.
conditioned phenomena is
Seeing nature
self-arisen.
from six
Disciples on the path do not realize
not
it.
also
Supplicate Mother Tara, perfect enlightenment.
supplicate Mother Tara, perfect enlightenment, please protect us. The nature of mind is self-arisen, non-dual Buddha
Of the
wisdom.
unborn mother of
Habitual
Dharmakaya,
grasping at dualistic conception,
those happiness on all sexual. Supplicate Mother Tara, loving guide. Realizing oneself as Dharmakaya, minds of sentient beings, beings wandering in samsara are bound.
in the realms of
Supplicate
the
Mother Tara deity, great compassion.
Dharma
Being of Dharma is not
of
knowing follows the words of
God.
the deceived mystery philosophical view.
Just
We are deceived in illusory
Difficult
to understand our own nature mind, but not from realizing
Supplicate Mother Tara, perfect enlightenment.
wholesome world. Perfect mindfulness, protect.
like the nature of space,
Perfect nature of mind is
like the nature of space,
the reality of
individual grasping to dualistic conception.
reality of all
We are
has
bound
not
by
been
the
realized.
there are disciples
Mother
of
Tara of non-dual wisdom. Please
I
protect.
supplicate Mother Tara
And there's a
We abide in the perfect meaning of absolute. We do not understand the
in the realm of
interdependence.
the unborn Mother Tara, I
she
deliver
Very
bestows
ignorant about the true reality of our lives.
bestows happiness.
Okay, Mother Tara, to take
about the reality of
nature of space, which is beyond all conception. Reality of all conditioned phenomena is no different. There are disciples on the path who do not realize.
My mother's
reality of all conditioned phenomena is no different from that. Their
the meaning of
path
Dharma
does
is
not
required
apply
in
them.
one's heart.
Name of the unborn mother, the Dharmadhatu, abides for every mother, the deity
Cheap
Tara.
but delusory philosophical views of dogma I supplicate
Supplicate Mother Tara of Dharmadhatu to
Grasping to dualistic conception.
not realizing oneself as Dharmakaya, the minds of sentient
Mother
beings.
Tara of non-dual wisdom, please protect it.
Beings wandering in
Give it the perfect
samsara.
meaning of
Supplicate
the
Mother
nature of
Tara.
space which is
understand
beyond
the interdependence.
quality of all
Effective on a
Dharma
perfect
is
level. We're ignorant about the true
there are
reality of
disciples
phenomena.
of
Mother Tara, perfect knowledge.
deceived by delusory philosophical
Nature of
views.
space, which is
the
beyond
three
all
highest
conceptual limits, with the reality of all
the realm of the
conditions.
unborn Mother
No different.
It's difficult to understand our own mind,
Disciples on the path who do not realize.
bestows
nature mind,
happiness
but
and
not from
wisdom.
Tara,
realizing.
perfect enlightenment of its reaches.
We're lost in unwholesome worldly activity.
To the conception of
Okay,
which
Mother Tara,
is
perfect
like
mind.
the understanding of the
Nature
reality
of mind is self-arisen.
Perfect
Minds of
interdependent.
sentient difficult
Dear Mother
Mother
Tara,
Tara of two
in
truth
the
emissions.
Difficult to
please
understand
protect us as the
The
meaning of
nature of
Brahma is
space,
not
which is
born
beyond
from
all conceptual
all of the
limits.
words
your
of
mind, but not from realizing.
by delusory
like the
philosophical
nature of
views of
space
dogma.
which is
Disciples on the path who do not realize.
Mother Tara,
reality
perfect wisdom,
Supplicate
please
Mother
Mother
protect
Tara
us.
of
It is
perfect
difficult to
enlightenment.
understand our own minds, Buddha's mind.
Absolute nature of
Have an
wisdom.
appetizing that through practice, thus an unwholesome worldly activity. Okay, Mother Tara, perfect
the realm of
Guru
mindfulness,
Mother, the
please
Dharmadhatu.
protect us. Nature of mind
the
is self-arisen, non-dual
she
Buddha wisdom.
bestows
Also,
The habitual grasping
But
the
we abide
dualistic
in the
I
perfect
supplicate
meaning of
Mother
absolute.
and we are bound by it. We do.
not realizing oneself as Dharmakaya,
I supplicate
sentient beings are overpowered.
Tara, non-dual.
like the
Beings
Supplicate
wandering in
not
We
samsara.
realize
abide perfect meaning of absolute truth. We do not understand the
sentient
hidden.
being are
nature of
overpowered.
space, which is beyond all
Being of
conceptual
Dharma
These
does not
beings
fulfill
wandering
oneself
in
in
Tara
the
are
Reality.
my
lowest of words.
mothers.
An unwholesome
Required
worldly
due
Deceived by
activity
delusory
please
philosophical
protect.
from
The meaning of
I
Dharma
said.
is
The
not
nature
born
of
in one's
space, which
heart.
is beyond all conceptual limits,
It's difficult to
with
understand
all
our own mind,
conditions.
Illusory
But it's
being nature mind, but not from realizing.
others who do
Mother
not
Tara.
realize this truth.
Unwholesome
Supplicate
world.
Mother Tara, perfect enlightenment of Gaians,
I
Tara,
please
supplicate
perfect
to
protect
understand
us.
our own
mindfulness,
minds.
protect.
Thank
Nature of mind is self-arisen, non-dual grasping to dualistic conception. We are bound
the
by
nature
it.
of space which is beyond all
Mother Tara,
the reality of all phenomena is no different.
we abide in the
There are
perfect meaning of absolute truth. Not
I
understand the
supplicate
interdependence of
Nature
of space which is beyond all
Supplicate Mother Tara of all conceptual limits. All conditioned phenomena is no different. There are disciples on the supplicate Mother Tara.
realizing one's Dharma, Yalava minds of being wandered in samsara, mothers, obas, mothers, protect us. Not having the divine teachings, follow the way, but will not the most perfect mother figure fail to realize his one's own, some realize it but do not practice more. Those who are lost on an ultimate worldly activities, so mother, perfect mindfulness, please protect ability of because of habitual grasping of what's one is bound by
Not realizing
Mother of mother wisdom, please protect us.
negative emotion.
Directed to
These
open
beings
such
wandering in
kind of
samsara on
emptiness.
another. I supplicate Mother Dharma, please protect us.
They don't
The meaning of
understand
Dharma
to
is not the
depend
meaning is hard
an
to
effect on the relatives or deluded
receive
fairly
the
from their
illusory
own wisdom.
philosophic
Mother
knowledge.
protect
Supplicate Mother Tara, perfect wisdom. It is
the reality of all conditions and all men.
Protect us from realizing oneself as Sakikaya. The minds of sentient beings are overpowered by negative emotions. Sarah, my mother, Supplications, Mother Tara, deity of compassion,
reality of all
one
generations,
gives life,
phenomenons and defense. Third disciple
deceived by the illusory philosophical views and dogmas. Supplicate Mother Tara,
please protect us. In the realm of the
and our
realm of the unborn mother, the Dharma
negative
abides the
mind,
Reverend Mother,
in
the
nature
King.
mind, but not familiarized
Bestows
with
happiness on all
this.
sentient beings.
Lost in unknown yet unfortunately.
Things were received by
Not
wrong
realizing
philosophical views and dogmas of perfect mother.
Protect us. The absolute nature of mind is illusory,
these beings wandering in samsara.
and because of habitual
It
grasping,
realizes one's own mind, some realize it but do not
we are
practice.
bound by
Protect us.
The lost and unwholesome worldly
I
activities of
supplicate
mother.
Mother Tara, please
The reality of the mind is the unborn
we
unborn
abide in the
wisdom.
perfect meaning of absolute understand the interdependence of the
Blessed Mother and
If the
Mother of
meaning
wisdom,
of Dharma is not
we are
known,
ignorant
rescue the
about the
conception of emptiness
totality of
and the understanding of
we are
reality.
deceived
They
by
do not
delusional
understand it.
philosophical views and
please
dogmas.
protect us.
Who are deluded
The
in
nature of
reality.
It
space
is
which is beyond
difficult to
our
Because nature
understand
understanding.
and
is
is
not
it is
helpful.
Deity of all
being in
Shall we
ignorance
both
here to
and
take
neglect
us from
practice.
realize
Oh,
that
perfectly like the
love
better which
is
take this which
Tara.
are beginning with God.
In the realm of the unborn mother, the
The
Dharma
unborn Dharma
Dhatu
Dhatu
abides the
abides the
Reverend
blessed
Mother, the
deity
deity
of
Tara. Sheep's knows happiness and all
happiness and all
There are
sentient beings.
sentient
defects
beings.
Supplicate
somewhere.
Mother
Protect
Tara of
and
Dharma Dhatu to
superiors.
protect
I
us.
supplicate
Not realizing oneself as Dharmakaya, the minds of sentient beings are
Realizing
in the
overpowered
oneself as
by
realm
negative
Dharmakaya, the minds of
emotions.
of the
sentient
These
Dharma
beings
beings
Dhatu
wandering in
abides the
samsara are my mothers.
beings wandering in
Supplicate Mother
samsara,
Tara
my
bestows
mothers, O
happiness
blessed
on all
Mother.
sentient
to
beings.
protect us.
Not having the
The
deity for the
meaning of
study
Dharma
of the
is not
Dharma
born in
teaching
one's
share with
heart. One
it.
just follows the words of the
Realizing
Buddha. We are deceived by
the
delusory
sentient
philosophical views and
See by wrong
dogmas. I
philosophical views
supplicate
and
Mother
dogmas
Tara
of
of
these
perfect mother,
beings
please
wisdom, please
wandering in
protect
samsara
us.
are my
It's
mothers.
difficult to
I
understand
supplicate
our own
Mother
mind
Dharma,
is Buddhist
deity of
mind.
type compassion.
Seeing nature mind, but not
The meaning
familiarized
of
with it
Dharma is
through
not born
practice.
in
We
who
are
one's
lost
realizes
in
one's own
just
mind,
unwholesome
observe
activities.
sentient
Supplicate
We
Mother
are
Tara
deceived
of
by
multiple
Dharma
delusory
mother.
philosophical views and dogmas. I
absolute nature
supplicate
mind
Mother
is
Tara,
The
self-existent,
reality
perfect
of the mind is the
non-dual
unborn,
Buddha
non-dual
wisdom.
Buddha
It is
wisdom.
difficult
Because
to
of
understand
habitual
how the
grasping of
mind is
dualistic
persistent.
conception, we
Being
are bound by
ignorant
it no matter what we do.
familiarized.
Blessed Mother,
I
non-dual
supplicate Mother
I
Tara of
supplicate Mother Tara,
non-dual wisdom,
Becky,
please
Becky,
protect us.
please
found
Though
us,
we abide in
found
the
do not
perfect
true
meaning of
understand.
speech
absolute truth, we
beyond
do
all
not understand the interdependence of
reality of
cognitive, common, and relative level. We are ignorant of
their
the
disciple
reality of
do
Buddha.
not realize it. I
Supplicate
supplicate
Mother
Mother
Tara of
Tara,
two
Beckett, mindfulness and wisdom.
omniscience, please protect us. Like the
In the
nature of
realm of the
space, which
unborn
is
mother,
beyond
the
all
Dharma
Unborn
conceptual
Dharma Dhatu
limits.
the
abides the
Reverend
blessed
Mother,
mother,
the
deity
deity
Tara.
Tara,
She bestows happiness on all sentient beings.
Mother Deity Tara, she bestows happiness
Realizing
upon
one's
all sentient
The
beings.
reality of all
Supplicate
conditioned
Mother
phenomena
Tara,
is
Dharma
no different
Dharma,
from that.
protect us from all
beings wandering
pain.
samsara, where my mothers, the blessed
Realizing
mother
oneself as
protect them.
Not
Dharmakaya,
realizing
the
Having a
minds
deep
of
Mother
sentient
understanding
Tara
of
beings
the
that live
Dharma
above
teachings,
negative emotions.
please
Beings
protect
wandering in
us.
samsara, my mothers. I supplicate Mother Tara, compassion.
to realize that one's own
Iwa
mind
me
is the
pai
cause of
chu
the not
ying
practicing
na
Dharma
ya
law.
tetsu namo tu pa Asian chen tu
The reality of the mind is the unborn,
Sentient
non-becoming.
beings.
da
I decipher the
kung
reflex
le
particles
kya
within
tu
darkness.
so
My
ren ju
Supplicate
wisdom,
ki
Mother
si
Tara,
dharma
Mother of
purify.
knowledge and
shepa
wisdom, please
em
Protect
nyon mong
us.
wen ju gyur
protect
pa
me and
Manifest in our
yin
own
understand me
minds
as
as
folwar
as mind.
sin
In nature, mind, and realizability of
la
things.
mo kyo
Lost in unsolvable activities.
so
beyond
I
all
supplicate
concepts
Mother
of
Tara,
reality of all
yin
conditioned
yen
phenomena.
tu la me tar
Purify
gives
my
the
par
light
mind,
which
pai
the
protect
mind
us.
is
shi
seeking.
che
And
ne
dual Buddha wisdom.
Niente
Spirit
lupa
which grasping to
mala
dualistic concepts.
Nienda
Nirvana,
gila
Eden,
mocap
the Lord of
tus
Angel. Supplicate
Pakaware
Mother Tara for non-dual
Nirtoni confirmation
protect us. Though we abide in the perfect unity of Absolute
Awanyente
Truth,
la
with the light understood in
Drente la
happiness of all
mocap
defective
tuso
qualities of
Semren
ego. We are
jogi
ignorant of the peculiarity of phenomena.
Pay back
I supplicate Mother Tara for
Jin
the
Tar
truth of nations.
Padma
Protect us.
Nime
The dimension
Kilo
of space which
mocap
is beyond all
tuso
experience. The reality of all conditioned
Yandai
phenomena is no different from
Reiki
that.
Trail
I
Meshe
accept as on the path of
Meshe
the
Chela
non-dualizing. I supplicate Mother
Mokala
Tara for the
Mekil
enlightenment of the three
Ila
kayas.
Mokap
Please
Tuso
protect us.
Sakyate Sen Sheke Dam Yerme Ki
Supplicate Mother
Atula
Tara
Mega
Dato, the Vice Reverend Mother Deity Tara. She bestows happiness on all sentient beings. Supplicate Mother Tara for Dharma Dharma for all spheres. And realizing oneself as Dharmakaya, the minds of sentient beings are overpowered by negative emotions. Beings wandering in samsara are my mamas. Supplicate Mother Tara, great
In the realm of
compassion.
the unborn
Please
conditioned,
protect
Dharma
us.
Dhatu invites
The
the
nature of
Reverend
Dharma
Mother
is
to
not
Jupiter. She bestows happiness on all sentient
just
beings. I supplicate Mother Tara of Dharma Dhatu to
received
protect us from all
in
fears.
dogmas. I supplicate
Realizing
Mother
oneself as Dharmakaya, the minds of
please
sentient beings are
protect us.
overpowered by negative emotions. These beings wandering samsara are my mothers. I
It is
supplicate
difficult to
Mother Tara,
understand how
deity of great
permanent
compassion,
Buddha's
to
mind.
protect us.
The
If
nature
the
of mind
meaning
is
of Dharma does
devoid of
not born in
power
one's
to
heart, one just
practice.
follows the words of conventional
Lost in
meaning.
unsolvable
We are deceived by
activities.
delusional
I supplicate Mother
philosophical
Tara
views and
perfect
dogmas. I
wisdom.
supplicate Mother Tara of perfect
Protect
wisdom.
us.
Please
The
protect
absolute
us.
nature of mind
We
is
struggle to understand our
wisdom.
own mind as Buddha's mind.
Is
See nature
Dhamma.
mind, but not
Voice of all
familiarizing with it through practice. We are
Tara,
lost in
mind
unwholesome
Dhatu.
worldly
I
activity.
supplicate Mother
Supplicate
Tara
Mother
for
Tara of
non-dualism.
perfect mindfulness. Please protect us.
Us.
The absolute wisdom of mind is self wisdom, non-dual Buddha wisdom. Because of habitual grasping to the perfect conception, we are bound by it no matter what we do.
We are ignorant
I
of the
supplicate Mother
peculiarities
Tara
of
of Dharma,
phenomena.
please protect us,
Mother
although
Tara
we
to
abide in the perfect meaning of absolute truth. We do not understand the interdependence of cause and effect on the relative level. We are ignorant about the true reality of phenomena. I
There are
supplicate Mother
disciples on the
Truth
path
to
of the
teach
three
us
kayas.
patience. Please protect us.
Supplicate
Like
Mother
the
Tara
nature of
for the
space, which is
ultimate
beyond all
purifier.
conceptual limits, reality of all
Protect us.
conditioned phenomena is no different from that. But there are disciples on the path who do not realize it. I supplicate Mother Tara, perfect enlightenment of the three kayas. Please protect us.
But so if you have started, you have to finish it that, and then we're going to. So we're going to chant a couple mantras during that time. If you know finish it that, and then we're going to do the after dedication. If you have to finish, just finish it. Continue the supplication Tara. Om tare tu tare tere mama ayen jana pinya pateng keraya soa. Om tare tu tare tere mama ayen jana pinya pateng keraya soa. Om tare tu tare tere mama ayen jana pinya pateng keraya. Om tare tu tare tere mama ayen jana pinya pateng keraya soa. Om tare tu tare tere mama ayen jana pinya pateng keraya soa. Om tare tu tare tere mama ayen jana pinya pateng keraya. Om tare tere mama ayon jana pinya pateng keraya so. Om tare tere mama ayon jana pinya pateng keraya. Om Tare Tu Tare Tere Mama Ayur Jana Pinya Patenkare Soha. The can you put the prayer again?
You want the dedication prayer?
The subject para, the Tara, we didn't finish everything.
Oh, okay. Okay, just a minute.
Mama Yanjana Binya Bedengare so Dare Mama Yanjana Binya Bedengare so Om Dare Dire Mama Ayunjana Binya Bedengare so Om Ayatare Sabare Vare Argam Rade Za Soha Om Ayatare Sabare Vare Padein Rade Za Soha Om Ayatare Sabare Vare Bibe Rade Za Soha Om Ayatare Sabare Vare Dibam Rade Za Soha Om Ayatare Sabare Vare Aloge Rade Za Soha Om Ayatare Sabare Vare Gende Radeza Soa Oma Ayatare Sabarevar Shabda Radeza The crown of gods and demigods pay homage to your lotus feet. You who liberate from all unfavorable conditions are praised and posted to Mother Tara. Bring back the Tibetan, yeah. So leave it like that. La ta la men ju ben je yab je be mo la don pong ba gen le don ze ma don me yon la san ta tu. I make the offering, giving praise, and the dissolving into the state of non-duality. Chujen do de benzama. By this virtue, deeds are quickly attained with the granting will, and may all sentient beings, without exception, be established in the state. Gewan de yen yorde da ye yen kolon rubjorne. Drowa chikang male pan de ye salangu parisho. Okay, can you bring the other one? The dedication, other one? Emaho, in the center is marvelous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. All are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure lane of Devachi. When I and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsara rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power of the blessing of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, may we attain this aspiration without hindrances. Tiyata Pinzandreya Avam Bodhanaya Soha. Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where this humble may arise, where this bomb has no decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By this virtue may I achieve omniscience, by defeating all enemies' confusion. May all who traverse on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death, cross the ocean of samsara, As Manjushri the Vero realized the automatic state, and as did Samantha, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for sentient beings. May the teaching of great Gombarana Shiri, whose nation Lord of Dharma, master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation, under the end of the samsara. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kampala.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kempa.
Kempo.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Kempo.
you,
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Kempo.
everyone.
Thank you, thank you.
Tashi, Dorji Che,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
See you next week.
Bye.
See you next week. More on another day.